tell me how they feel, and I'd be like, I feel you. And I'll break down how they're feeling deeper than that. Like they can tell me half of their feelings and I can tell them the other half, you know? And then they'd be like, ooh, like how you, how'd you know that?
But we'll see. But like for entertainment purposes. But you like let that off. Like let's keep it pushing. Like us together, we can keep it pushing. Like and I also don't like when I feel like a lot of girls like they try to involve so much people in their relationship. There's nothing wrong with getting feedback and things like that. The growth. The man that taught, the man that you have a pastor, you have a person above you in a certain area guiding you. But like, we need to be able to just talk and just figure it out, like, and grow together, like, most important stuff.
I say one of the biggest things too, like, in addition to what everyone said, was like the vibration of your souls has to be operating on a similar frequency. And by that I mean, like, if I can talk to you in a certain way, I expect certain responses back, and if I'm not getting those responses, I'll know what kind of person you are, and I'll know what kind of person you are. Like it's deeper than even like just your intellect. It's deeper than our emotional compasses. It's deeper than all of that. Like, cause there could be somebody that I really vibe with and somebody that like I rate, but I don't really respect like that. You know what I mean? Like there could be somebody that might seem that they're proper for you. Like they're into the similar things that you're into. They're as attractive as you need them to be. They laugh at your jokes and all that kind of stuff. But like there's just something that's a little deeper that. It's very hard to explain, but like, there's just like a certain, I don't even know if I'm like this, a certain thing where it's like effortless. Yeah, it's like, energy. It's like effortless, like not even by force. Like you can be like, again, you could be like a good like a good player on the roster, but you're not the star player on the team. Like you're not the star. There's something that separates like a LeBron, a Kobe, a Jordan from like from your average Chris Bosh. You feel me? Like from an average player. There's like that star power, like it's so hard to explain, but like you just have to feel it to know what it is. Like you just have to, like if it's by force, then like you might not be the one, you know what I mean? Like you might have to like take a side seat. But if it feels like it's effortless and you're working from that, then like that you might just have found like lightning in a bottle. You feel me? Like I think like in addition to just what everyone said, like the souls have to be vibrating on a similar frequency. Meaning at the exact time, exact place, and like for the exact season, because everybody operates like through like different seasons in their life at like different times. So if y'all summer are on like the same season path, hey, like that's for you. But like you can probably meet the right person at the wrong time type of thing. But like it has to be like the right time, right season, right atmosphere for all those stars to collide for you to actually be taken seriously. If those things are not in alignment, like I'm sorry, like you can be the best candidate, but I still know like I expect better from you. So it is what it is. That's standard. It's standard. Like it's a solid effort. It's a solid effort, and I genuinely appreciate you for who you are, for what you're trying to do. But this seat is reserved. Like I'm sorry. Like you know what I mean? If I'm expecting like the Prime Minister to pull up to the concert with me, like Justin and I are gonna have a good time. Like if Winston Churchill pops up, you're a sick Prime Minister of Britain in World War II. We need a World War III Prime Minister in Britain right now. But fam, I'm expecting Trudeau. I'm not expecting Churchill. You're good too, but you're not who I need right now. So you have to fit the expectation. You have to fit the qualification. Like the frequencies have to be the same. Paramount. Paramount.
All right. Second last question.
Yeah, just what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to like everybody just answer the question one at a time. Like everybody just answer the same question one at a time. These are the last two questions.
All right.
Real quick. Have you ever felt uncomfortable or weary in pressure of certain females because she might perceive you as predatory? Whoa! Let me repeat it. Have you ever felt uncomfortable in the presence of females or under pressure because she might perceive you as predatory?
Yes, actually, when I sit down and I humble myself, I think like we did this. Take a little bit of the education out of the sentence. I feel like what he's trying to say is like, Have you ever been in a situation where, say, like, you're just trying to talk to a girl, have a regular conversation, and she feels like you're trying to swerve them? You know,
That's waste.
Maybe the question was a bit
I feel you.
I'm thinking like a reverse Me Too type of thing.
No, because
Maybe
the first
be
time,
extreme no.
I know you meant the first time you said it, but it's like, my
was the
first offense is
predatory,
like,
to be
my first
honest.
offense is like, whoa, I'm never trying to beg, like, you know, I'm never begging. But then, the second time I think about it, I'm like, whoa, I'm still never begging. But the perception's different. Like, I feel like enough times in my life I feel like shorties, but I feel like girls naturally have to have their defense up. Like, it's not in their defense. They need to have that wall up because there's bare man trying to serve them, especially if they're pretty attractive women or their personality's sick or they have bare money. Like, there's different reasons why different men want shorties, right? So they have to have their guard up, and like, you know, sometimes if you're mature enough and you just, you know, navigate it. Like, I was watching Smart Guy the other day, and there's this one episode where this one guy swerving Eva, she's one of the Hendersons, one of the main characters, and she curved him, you know, it's like, oh, we're just friends, and he kind of like super swerved it, but like she curved it, right? So then there was this next guy, and they were just talking, and she's kind of moving like the man trying to swerve that, but he's like, whoa, like, I don't even see you like that, like, I'm even talking to this next shorty, he started showing her the next shorty, he's like, I do sometimes, and then he's like, you know, and then telling her about their day, and and like, she started to catch feelings, you know, like, oh, I like him, my wife doesn't like me, then she jumps him, and like, she's trying to swerve him, and she's trying to kiss upon him, and he's like, yo, whoa, like, yo, like, bro, honestly, we can't even be friends right now, because, like, you're moving like that. So, that's just an example to show, like, how sometimes, like, girls, like, it's more like, because like they're always getting hit on, or they feel they need to be hit on, one of the two, it can feel like that, you know, but really I'm just trying to have a conversation with you, you know, but like, yo, more time guys, if you're trying to get some easy pokes or something, trying to finesse that, yo, just be their friend, you know, just be their friend and show them beer girl, show them beer shirties, and then, you know,
One of them is gonna want you. I think my problem with that is because, like, the predatory thing.
The wording.
Bro. Honestly, no, but it's strong wording because there's a lot of times where shorties do this effed up thing where, like, they want to just call rape. Like they love to do that. They'll be fighting you.
I can feel the type of
They'll be fighting you, right? And then in that kerfuffle, you do one thing and they want to call rape, or they'll be like bugging you. Like, it'll be a girl that low-key likes you, right? So she low-key likes me, right? And now we're talking, and she's bugging me, right? And then after I bug her once, and she's like, rape! I'm like, whoa. Now I don't even want to be in the situation at all. So now she wants to call rape after she was cheesing me first, right? So she was cheesing me, and now I'm going to cheese you, but now you want to call rape. Alright, now I don't want to be around you at all. That was my problem with the predatory thing, because I know I've been in so much situations where shorty try to do that, and I'm just trying to erase my existence from them shorties.
And quickly, for you guys, like, if girls are sending you like nudes and stuff like that, or snaps like that, please don't keep them on your phone, and most importantly, don't show the man, because if you show one man, everybody knows, and then that's how a lot of men get caught with this rape or this child pornography thing. Especially if you're in high school, you're screwed. Like, I know a lot of men when I was in high school like that. I know men in high school going through that today, right? And I warned them, but they didn't take my advice until, you know, now they're coming to me like, yo, you know, kind of Kings, like, you know, you're kind of right. And I was like, well, I was in high school first.
Yeah,
right?
You know?
So
yeah, but like, based off what Kings was saying, yeah, a lot of times, you know, it's an L, because honestly, I think if there's a girl that was sweet, like, when I didn't have a girl, like, I would say, like, you know, oh shoot, you're sweet, like, I would want to just talk to you to get to know you,
to see if you were worth.
Yeah, like, it's just like having friends. Like, if you want a friend that you can vibe with, you want a friend that you want to keep around, somebody that makes you comfortable. I'm not so comfortable with an ugly person next to me, like, all the time. I'm just not so comfortable with a bunch of ugly girls surrounding me. It's not me.
On the inside and out.
Like, you know, on the inside or out. Like, you know, even if you're sweet, but you're terrible on the inside, I don't want you around me just as much as I don't want someone who's ugly on the outside. And that's just the facts. It's okay if you're okay. If you have okay looks, I do. I'm okay with you. I'm okay with having you around me. I'm just saying, I want to see a sweet girl and try to talk to her. And just say, yo, like, how's your day? Why can't we just have a nice conversation? I just want to have a nice conversation with you. You want to think, that's what I'm saying. You want to think that I'm trying to swerve you now. Now you know what? Now I'm funny, and now you won't get to talk to me, because then you're going to be around me and my friends, or you're gonna see your friends, and I know one of your friends, and I'm gonna go up and hug her, be like, oh geez, and now you want me. Now you want me. I don't want you at all. Now I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to be friends at all.
And you know what it is too? I think like a lot of the times, in regards to this question, the amended one, not the literal one, because but yeah, with the amended question, like I think a lot of the time, even your personality can be, just like the way you are can be misinterpreted as like you're trying to swerve, or like you might be catching feelings, because like the way I am, not the way I am, because like I'm not like that anymore. I was like most of high school, but right now I've like definitely like become more of an introvert. I've been more into myself, but like the way like a lot of people are, like a lot of guys is like they, like I've heard like shout out to U.Y.P.E, like I heard Jay Richards and Trey Richards, like they said like a lot of the time girls might think that they're hitting on them just because they're nice, like just because they're friendly, like just because they do things like if they're away from their phone, for example, and like they come back to an unread message from the shorty like an hour or two ago, they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was busy, blah blah blah. Like, they're just like nice guys, you know what I mean? And like they might misinterpret that and just think, oh, like because no other guy in the city is nice, the one nice guy might actually have feelings, you know what I mean? Like, so like yo, like it's really not that. It's just like yo, like I just had like a mom and a dad that taught me how to treat people with respect, you know? And like my respect should not be misconstrued as feelings, you know? Like that's where again like that's where like we're all like on a big man thing and like a big woman thing. Like I think a lot of the time, like a lot of this stupid stuff, like a lot of these stupid like mind games and relationships, stupid foolishness could like be overstepped if you just have a conversation. Like just talk, like yo, like on a big woman thing, shorty, like are you feeling the man or not? And if she says yes, then it's a thing. If no, it's not. Simple. Like we're getting at the, like I said this before, we're getting at a time where like people's time is too precious, too valuable for like mind games and all this foolery. That's why a lot of the time, mans don't even want relationships like that, because they just want to avoid the fugazi altogether. They just want to just about the bag, just about securing the money, just about casual relationships and like meaningless like physical relationships and all that kind of stuff. Just because like in order to find something of substance, there's so much annoyance and so much like fluff that you have to feed through in order to find something meaningful. That's one of the reasons why I said like in regards to like the main shorty versus side piece thing. Like if you're looking for it, you're probably not gonna find it. To be honest, it has to find you. Like it just happens. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you have to keep it organic, because like if you're looking for it and you're forcing it, it's gonna be something that is just like I don't know. Like if you have to force, like it's just like music. Like if you have to force music, it's probably not gonna be good. If you have to force any art, like poetry or anything, it's probably not gonna be good. It has to come from a point of like inspiration. It has to come from a point of like ease, where it's just like by the time you finish, you didn't even realize, oh shoot, like I accomplished that. Even like with essays, like there's just different zones and different mental pockets that you might find yourself in, that you allow another force, whatever it may be, like God, your mental state or whatever, just to like take control and just be like, yo, like I didn't realize that these hands or like my body, my voice, my mind is capable of thinking or creating this thing. So yeah, like similarly, like I don't know, like you can't, like yeah, you can like there's body language, yeah, there's like subtext to what people say, but like, at the end of the day, if there was no definitive statement made, then you can't really extrapolate any definitive truth from it. Like that's all it really is at the end of the day.
Have you ever felt uncomfortable? Or yeah.
Okay. It's recording?
Or yeah. Or under pressure.
I say it again.
Okay. Have you ever felt uncomfortable or in the presence of a certain female because you might be perceived predatory?
What?
Think about the last question.
This is not the second last question. By that, as Pierre already said, as Kings already said, it could just be something like, oh, I'm trying to talk to you, but you just think I'm trying to swerve, like off the rip. So it's like you're that.
My whole life, bro. Yeah, I have. But the thing about it is, I don't really talk to females. Nah, like I don't talk to them in terms of like to swerve in a relationship. Like I don't do that. Any relationship I've ever been in, it's mostly been me. Like they try to talk to me, or it's been like we've been like friends, and then you just like hearing something. But I've never went with the intentions like, yo, I want to be with you. Like it's more like friendly. It's always a friendly thing. And then you feel me? Maybe we do that night, next morning. What you about to do? But yeah, I feel like females always get hollered at. Like King said, they always get hollered at. So when they have that energy, I ain't really mad at them. But at the same time, it's just like, yo, when I move how I move, it's like they're mine. Like they can't fathom how I don't swerve them. It's like, yo, you not swerving me? What? You ain't trying to talk to me? Like I'm right in front of your face. She backing up like raving me in the club. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a jam. But but I don't, like, you really gotta, I don't really just go up on like that. Like, it's rare. So, I don't know. Females really, when they want to act like that, but then they see that I don't really engage, then they even more want to act like that. Like, yo, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? But, yeah, that's how it goes for me personally most of the time.
Yeah, we talk about, like, in society, I think we talk a lot about, like, the male ego, but shorties, they have an ego, like, they get shocked when you're not swerving.
Damn, they get shocked.
They get shocked.
Fam, it's like they're deserving. They were born to be swerved. Like they have to be swerved. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, Your Highness. I'm so sorry that you were supposed to be swerved and not me.
I think I said this in the last episode. Like a shorty who's a 4 out of 10 and a guy who's a 4 out of 10, they are on the exact same level and the exact same scale, but the shorty is most likely going to be more pretentious because she believes she has more options.
And she does. The craziest part is that there's gonna be more mouths that swerve the shorty than shorty that swerve that man. No shorty gonna swerve that man. Shorty and shorty suck at swerving too. Y'all suck. Y'all suck because you know why you suck? Because you guys don't know how to have a conversation. A lot of you guys.
To be fair, they don't even need to.
That's the problem. Because you've never swerved before in your freaking life. You don't know how to have a proper conversation. You don't know how to just say that, talk about your day. Like, say something funny, something that is interesting. Just one thing.
All y'all want to talk about are bundles, your refills, and James Charles. No cap.
And things that don't even matter, fam. You're going to try to ask me about something that you think I like, and because of male stereotypes, you're going to try to ask me about something sexual. I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't even know if I'm feeling
I'm not into all the sex talk all the time. Well, they get lit, but I'm not into all the sex talk all that time stuff. Sometimes I just need to know whether you're trying to have a dude call a bang or with an alien or something.
Yeah, if
you can talk to me about how pyramids were made by unconventional means, you're a real one still.
That was lit. Still, honestly, I got excited. I was about to start talking a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's not even always your fault. Sometimes guys don't know how to talk to you guys, but you guys don't give us the truth. Sometimes masters don't know how to approach you. And you have all them walls up, all them guards up. You have the right to have them right walls and guards, but it's like, damn, I'm not even trying to climb Mount Everest, and then I'm supposed to go try to climb the Great Wall of China after. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of wall. That's a lot of wall, and then I'll have to get into your walls. There's too much. There's just too much going on.
Just break the fourth wall by
You see what I'm saying? Now there's 3 walls. Now I have to break your 4th wall. That might be a job. I don't know.
It's different.
So different.
Medulla apparatus.
I'm showing you, fam.
Okay. Shots like John Wall.
Okay.
So we're on the last one.
Last question.
Last question. First time, ever asking the last question. Have you ever had any experiences in which your abilities were doubted strictly because of your gender? Sorry.
Yeah, I'd say so. Specifically in the cooking and children arena. I don't think that I get enough credit for like being able to chef up a 1-2. You know what I mean? I mean, to keep it a buck, I can't chef up a 1-2, more like a 1, maybe like a 0.52. But at the end of the day, it's not because I'm a guy, it's just because Uber Eats exists. You get me? At the end of the day, fam, like if I put on my dad's barbecue shoes, like the
It's like,
like the Skechers Supremes, fam. The chicken that you're gonna be eating at the barbecue,
What's it
it
gonna be
won't.
What's it gonna be like?
It won't give you no salmonella, fam. I guarantee you, it's gonna
it's
be
gonna
less
be
enough to
one,
eat.
right?
Like you can, you get me. So it's gonna be bone apple teeth. You feel me? Like it's gonna be one of those. And like on the child area, like I'm mad good with kids, fam. Cause like low key, although like I'm like 21, like I've done a lot of growing. At the end of the day, fam, I still like I know I'm not too old to know or to not know what it's like to be a kid. You know, like I can empathize with them like in a certain way, like on a certain wavelength. That being said, I don't really like kids all that much. I heard one shorty said she wants to have 14 kids. Like, alright, yeah, sure. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I can. And that's like breaking the stereotype right there that guys like don't really like kids or whatever. Like, I mean, yeah, like I'm kind of the stereotype. I don't like the kids, but like, can I do it? Like can I like manage a child? Yeah, for sure. Not my own, but like shout out to my unborn son. But yeah, like I can, like I know how to like, well, not change a diaper, but like, well, I'm fitting the stereotype. I'm not doing it. Okay, look, yo. But now, like, if you want me to like babysit your kid for a certain amount of money, I'll do it, no problem, and your kid will not die. I guarantee you. I guarantee your kid will not die.
Nice. Yeah, I think I fit into like the nurture type of realm. Also, like even like being a caring male, like being a lover man, like why I love you. I just want to know. First of all, I already know how to like love my child. Like if I ever had a child, I know how to love them because I had younger brothers, you know? So I'm able to know how to like understand someone or children that are younger than me. I want to be in their lives. Like I want to be able to help them through things that their parents probably aren't able to help them through because they're just not there at that point in time, you know? Or they have different work. They have work that they have to do and things that they have to go through, different jobs that they have to do so that their kid can be okay. But the problem with that is now even though you have a roof over their head and that's external, you're missing the roof over their heart. Like you're keeping them in the cold now. Like now they're homeless, like internally they're homeless, they're feeling cold, and now they have depression, anxiety, maybe schizophrenia, maybe bipolar. Like there's so much different mental illnesses that you probably don't, like that parents probably don't know about their child, and that they have to go through high school facing. And you're not there at high school. You're not there when they're in elementary school trying to figure out how to feed themselves, trying to figure out how to play games and eat food at the same time, how to run up and down and stay still at the same time, how to breathe and walk at the same time. You are not there. You're not really there. You're not really there inside here. Because they're different. The children are different. Their medulla oblongata, bro, they're completely different. Come on. I'm showing you, completely different. And like, and on the note of being like a lover man, I should be able to love my girl. I should be able to love my wife however I feel like loving them. Why can't I show them all the love that I have to give? I want to show them, if I'm going to be, there's a chance that I'm going to have a child with you the way I'm about to dig you down. And then all of a sudden, I can't love you. I can't show the love that I'm trying to show to you. But I can almost have a child with you. That doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. Like that whole mental of guys are just colder, should be colder, shouldn't have like all this love to show. It doesn't make sense because I'm about to have a child, your child, right? I'm about to have this girl's child, and I'm supposed to move. First of all, I'm supposed to move cold to her and move cold to the kid because I'm not supposed to be a nurturer. I'm just supposed to be the man bringing bread home. So I'm supposed to bring the bread home, drink a beer, and eat bread, and that's it. Just at home with our barbecue steak that's not even, it's burnt. It's burnt because I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to do nothing. That's what I'm supposed to be. That's what I'm supposed to be for you. Now I don't clean dishes either because I'm just supposed to be a bum ass. I'm supposed to be a bum ass inside my house because I paid for it. That's it. I'm not supposed to love you. That makes no sense. It doesn't add up in my mental, and that's just like I don't know. This doesn't make sense though.
For me, I feel like in my celibacy, it's just I feel like I can't be celibate. Like I have to have sex with you. Like I don't want to have sex with you. I've been had sex before. I used to have this a lot actually. But at some point I was like, yo, do I want to have you with this girl? Because I don't really mean that, to be honest. We're just having sex, you know? Like, Amor just said this up. What you saying? She got pants? Like, because not with me. Not with me. And it's like, I don't want to have kids with like multiple different women. It's not like my money. I need multiple streams of income. I don't need multiple streams of seeds. Like, you know, I want to have kids with one woman. So it's like I just had to humble myself, and I'm just like, yo. To be honest, ever since I've been celibate for 2 years now. The first year I stopped like having sex and like getting like oral sex from girls. But then after the second year, I was like, all right, now I've completely cut off like pornography, you know, masturbation, and I didn't even do them things, you know. I never even did them things growing up, you know. To be honest, I always had shorties that liked me and were offering me the world, you know, the whole thing, you know. So I didn't have to do them things. Big world. Since I was a youth, like I don't know. When I have conversations with girls, like when I have conversation with girls, like it just gets there. In terms of like our relationship, so they feel like, you know, they just want to give me the world or something. So they're always offering me stuff. So it wasn't until I got to a certain age, I'm like, all right, cool, like, yo, I'm still having sex. And then after I got to a certain age, I'm like, you know, I don't even want to have sex no more. And they still offering me all that, and I'm like, yo, honestly, I need to focus on myself so I can get myself to a certain position in my life, like, you know. And now that, like, you know, all these, like, women are starting to, like, get more, like, accepted with having multiple sex partners and stuff like that, like, you know, with the music and the culture, and with Rihanna out here, Megan Thee Stallion, Summer Walker, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all these amazing artists, and all these people with all these movements, like, you know, like Me Too, City Girls, just equal rights, feminism and stuff. I support all of them, you know what I'm saying? But like, now that I'm celibate, you don't have to like try to like turn certain things on me, you know what I'm saying? So let me just be me, be you. I support you in any endeavor that you're on. You can support me with my craft right now. Right now I'm just being celibate. I just want to focus on myself so that when I do have that shorty, maybe I wait to marriage, maybe I just wait until I get my one shorty and me and her do our thing, you know? I just want to do it with one girl and everything's good. Something that I really find that women take away from guys is like hair, you know, I have long hair, and women always trying to say, yo, why you have hair, long hair, why you have long hair, and all these things. And especially mothers, like, yo, like, hey, hair, I'm like, yo, my guy, your daughter, fam, can't grow nothing. Your daughter can't grow nothing. Your daughter can't grow nothing. Your daughter's hair, her ponytail is like this. So, and my
these are her ends.
This, like, you know, like her ponytail like this. Talking about shrinkage, you've been shrinking your entire life. You've been shrinking like 14, right? So your hair and my hair are not the same. I should be able to grow my hair. I keep it groomed and all that. Tutus, that being said, a lot of women have been wearing like do-rags and stuff. There's nothing wrong wearing do-rag. For people that think that this is for waves, that's a cap. It's flipping for hair. There's a wave cap. In Canada, it has the waves because the wave is a form of hair. But like, yo, I should be able to go on roads with my bonding. You know what I'm trying to say?
Facts. Let them know, fam. Let them know, fam. What are you dealing with?
A lot of girls pre because of this, you know, when I lived there, little area in the hangout, you know what I mean? I had the muscle on, like, oh shit, this guy's fast, you know what I'm saying? But I should be able to just create on my body. You know, my hair is too long for the do-rag all the time, you know, especially when it's out. It's like whoa. Because I have dreads, I just put it in a braid up because you can do them type of things when your hair is long. You can have more than one hairstyle even though you have a hairstyle. But yo, nobody can tell me their skull's not getting hot sometimes when the do-rag is on too tight at night. And it has to keep the braid up tight. And nah, bro, I just can't wait to. I can't wait.
Last but not least.
Y'all done hit so many different things. I forgot the question.
No problem. So the question is basically like, have you ever had an experience with your abilities where doubted strictly because of your gender?
Oh. It's crazy. Because of my gender? Yeah. My ability to relate to females was doubted multiple times. Still doubted to this day. To this day. To this day, for real. Because I don't know, females just think I'm a man. I can't relate to them certainly. They tell me how they feel, and I be like, I feel you. And I break down how they're feeling deeper than that. Like they can tell me half of their feelings, and I can tell them the other half. You know, and then they be like, ooh, like how you.
How'd you know that?
How do you know? They start. They start.
That's the get wet, alright?
Yeah. You feel me?
The get wet?
Oh,
You don't know about the get wet?
yeah. So that's what it is. For me, that's what they doubt, like how I can relate to them. Because I know, I understand men too, because I'm a man. But females, I tend to be more into females because what I want to be into other men for.
I don't want to hear none about your fantasies.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Also, I think clothing too. I don't think I think shorties underestimate like my awareness of like what pieces go together and what pieces don't. Like right now, like you know, like I'm in a college, you know what I'm saying? Like not really going on, so like I have not come my best on my P's and Q's. Follow me at Josh.ENNN on the gram, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I think even like my artistic eye and like girls are really good with like visual arts and all that stuff. I find like there are a lot of really talented like female artists out there. I'm not even talking like music, but I mean like literally like visual arts. Like girls are like even from young. Like I always remember like whenever they'd be like class projects or stuff like that. Yeah. You could almost always tell what was made by a guy and what was made by a girl just by how decent like the Bristol board and all that stuff is looking, like how it's put together and all that. Like I relate to that. Like I think I have like an eye for like specific details and stuff like that sometimes. So like I can I'm not like a drawer like that, but like I can definitely put pieces together. Like when I add in like my Photoshop skills, my Adobe Illustrator skills, and like put stuff together, I can put together like a pretty professional image. So I think that's another thing that I get underestimated on, just because I'm a guy and guys don't really pay attention to stuff.
I have to throw in something on that. Yeah, about the fashion. Guys don't get away with no, my fault. Girls get away with wearing no-name stuff all the time, and it's just nice. Like you know, like they know their the body curves or whatever. It does look nice, like you know. And just because it doesn't have like a high-end designer brand doesn't mean the attire wasn't nice. Like obviously, the people that took the time to put together the design, they know that it looked nice. That's why they did it, right? They have the vision. So like if a guy's wearing something that doesn't have like as much clout in terms of the branding, it's like, oh, that guy's broke, or that guy doesn't have shit. It's like, whoa, this was drip, man. Like, you've never seen this style before. This is a style. Like, this is a style. This is fashion. You know what I'm trying to say? So we don't get away with that. We have to have the Balenciagas. We have to have the Moose Knuckle. We have to have the Canadian Goose. You have to have the Christian Dior. You have to have the Jordans. You have to have the Polo. You have to have Ralph. Not even the other one.
I did Dizzle.
Yeah, fam, I have to make all the jewelry.
Girls
wear bare fake jewelry just for like as accessories, you know.
Yeah, bare. You don't see anybody do a diamond test on the shorty's ears, but you always see do it.
No. Man's getting reckless out here nowadays, you know. Man's diamond testing man's out here, but
I never see it on the shorty though. I never see a shorty get diamond tested.
Like on the YouTube ones, there's some shorties getting the diamond test. But I know you're trying to say like on a high level, girls don't get cooked for wearing the fake hoop earrings and the weave ain't real, but I feel the weave though. Like I super feel the weave. Like bro, my girl, I'll buy her weave. I'll get her frontals. She'll get closures, all that. If she wants to go natural, we can do all of it. You know, like sexy, all that. Yeah, even some girls with the low cut look nice too. But if my girl wants to do the low cut, I feel you. But I want 2 times have to throw the wig on or the weave on for me. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like yo, if I'm going to a certain event and like you have shorter hair, like if we're dressed up.
That's a whole nother conversation.
It's a whole different conversation.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is girls get away with certain styles and stuff like that that are no name, you know, and guys don't get that same privilege, you know. Like, man's are dripping no matter, like, I have the designer and I don't have the designer, like, you know. I just pick up what I like, you know. I just pick up what I like. If I like it and I know I can rock it, I'm good with it, so.
On the flip side too, some of you mans out there are really rocking designing something, it looks fire, but it looks weird.
It looks
just because it has a label does not mean it's heat, fam. I see some man Supreme from head to toe, you look like a bum, fam. You look like a logo, you look like a billboard, fam. Humble yourself, sit down, go to Walmart, pick up a George, fam.
Facts, yo.
That's not for you.
Brands is not sponsoring you. What are you doing?
That's all I'm saying, fam.
Lights is off. You coming home from the club? All right, guys. Oh, dang, I forgot. I spent my money on my outfit. Let me go take it off. I can't see. It's too dark. I have to put my light bill.
I have champion slides, champion tracksuit, champion jacket, a champion hat. But honestly, they're all nice individually. But if I go on roads with a full suit on, I'm gonna look like a Pepco Bismol bottle or something.
You look confused.
Why are you so down like that?
You look confused.
Just like any one last piece of information you want to give to the people about what it takes to be a high value male in today's society. Just like one, 2 sentences. And then
Be different, bro. Your medulla oblongata has to be different, bro.
Right.
Bro, I've been saying this whole time. You have to be different, bro. Bro, I've been spending 3 hours trying to show you to be different. Bro, we're all different, bro.
Just learn. That's how you become a high value man. Learn from what Priority's saying, from what Josh's saying, what I'm saying, what all mans are saying, and what other people are saying in your roots. You still your best.
any last words, Sai?
What's the question again?
About any last information or tips tips on becoming a high value male in today's society?
Just know that you're already a high value male. The older you're getting, the less time you're having. Therefore, your time is automatically becoming more valuable. All you have to do is capitalize on the limited time that you've been given, and you'll be great. Also, follow my socials.
True. Same thing. Both of them said it's the same thing. Just focus on yourself. Discover yourself. Once you discover yourself, what you're meant to do here on this earth, you realize how valuable you really are. When you know you have a place on this earth, because when you know you have a role to play, no matter if you're on a team, you know what I'm saying, or if you're on a management, when you know you have a job to do and you're important, the way that you treat your job will be totally different, right? You know who you are, you know your values. So I'll say work on self-discovery.
Yeah. Shout out Wisdom and Iran, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep reference family.
WW3.
Thank you, Wisdom, Jason. Thank you for coming on the podcast. Last notice. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. Thank you, Josh, for coming on the podcast for the second time. Jason, we know where you are.
Rest in peace.
Thank you. But once again, thank you for tuning in for another podcast of Unlocking Your Potential Excellence. This is number 7. So, we're just going to keep coming with more quality content, consistent content to show that we are the best podcast channel in the world today. Is there anything all y'all want to plug or promote? We'll go one at a time because I know you guys have been plugging and promoting the whole podcast, but anything specifically, just a...
One of my guys dropped a mixtape recently called Cloud Tapes. You gotta check it out. It's pretty fire. Best rap tapes around.
On SoundCloud.
You already know what's popping is Priority. At priority.rtg. And follow roundtable.studios. 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 Follow that.
Repeat after it. What did you just say?
Round.
Okay, yeah. Keep going.
Studio. Yeah, follow that.
Welcome, my Grinsz again as usual. Take you guys follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, my post notifications, like, comment, subscribe. Grinsz grinding as usual. Check me out on all other social media platforms. King's RTGs, the link in the outlet page is going to be in the bottom. Roundtable Studios, we create this town here. You said what to say. Check out this color teams, you know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying?
You already know, Suave. Follow me on Instagram at Amor Suave. That's what it is. Amor Suave, MIAMORSUAVE. You know what I'm saying? Follow my bros. YouTube, Grinsz grinding as usual. Catch us all in some skits. You feel me? My individual YouTube coming soon. Follow the gang. Follow roundtable.studios on social media.
Bro,
You already know, bro.
completely different.
Cloud Tapes on SoundCloud. All streaming platforms real soon. Check out their podcast, you know what I'm saying?
already know.
Shout out to the podcast. All that.
And follow them, subscribe to them, follow their journey, because I'm telling you, these men were going places. And you want to see our come up from the beginning, because the journeys, the self-growth, what we're going to embark on from day after day after day, we're just going to get better with each passing day. So thank you for tuning in for another episode. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you never miss another upload. And with that being said, never forget, you have the potential to be excellent, and subscribe to the unforgettable journey. Ha ha ha! Oh. Boom.
Support your boy.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you, fellas.
I'm different.